From the stands of the stadium, the spectator generally cheers for the person or the team that they support. They'll say to do their best, to kill it, and in some cases to work hard. But there's a reason the spectator uses this as their cheer, and not the player or the participant in the competition. In a competition or a sport or a game, the game doesn't end until a certain score is reached or the timer runs out. The audience or the supporters are the only ones who don't know whether or not the players or the competitors are competing at their best, using the most of their abilities, or what we sometimes call working hard. But in that arena, there's a winner and there's a loser. Even if the audience cheers, there's still the possibility for winning and there's still the possibility for losing. But there's only one person or one team that drives that possibility. In order to win in that arena, a team or a competitor must score more than their opponent. They have to do so within the time limit, and they have to do so on those scoring metrics. But nowhere is it written in the rule book that they have to do their best, that they have to work hard. But I'm not saying this as a reason or an excuse to give to put in less work. Only the players, only the competitors know how much effort they put in, know how much work they put in, and know how much needs to be done to accomplish what they need to do. Because you can still lose even when you tell yourself you're working hard, or even when you're telling yourself that you're doing your best. The reason a spectator can say that is because they're trying to bring out your best abilities. But only you can bring your best abilities to the table. The spectators are trying to get you to work at your hardest, but only you can know what is your possible hardest. So in the event that we lose when we are telling ourselves that we did our best and that we are working at our hardest, if we miss that deadline, if we lose that game, if we mess up on our diet, if we mess up on our nutrition, yeah, we can tell ourselves we were doing our best. We can tell ourselves we worked hard through it, but was it enough? Was it enough to win? Was it enough to succeed at what we wanted to do? Only we know that answer. And the results that we receive validate that answer. Life, our bodies, and our minds are simple systems. What we put into life, we will receive back proportionally. What we put into our bodies, we will receive back proportionally. And what we put into our minds, we will receive back proportionally. So even though we can tell ourselves we were doing our best, even though we can tell ourselves that we were working hard, that's just an excuse. That was us saying that we didn't do what we knew was necessary. Think about any workout, think about any project, and think about any game that you need to win, achieve, or do. In our mind, we may believe that it's hard. In our mind, we may believe that we are doing our best. But isn't it easier to tell ourselves that this is our best, or that we are working at our hardest, instead of just doing what is needed? Not only do we fuel our false expectations, now we're giving ourselves a reason to fail at those expectations. So the only way we can actually escape this paradox is to take the words easy and hard, our best or our worst, out of our vocabulary. If you have to tell yourself that you're doing your best, if you have to tell yourself that you are working your hardest, then that means that you are missing the point. A Lego set only has a certain amount of pieces. A puzzle only has a certain amount of pieces. And a project has a certain amount of milestones that need to be reached to completion. You either stuck to your nutrition plans or you didn't. You either stuck to your workout regimen or you didn't. You either showed up to practice or you didn't. But no one else knows. Everybody else, they're just spectators. And you can tell them as much as you want, this is your best. And this is the hardest you've possibly worked. And you can fool them as much as you want. But there's only one person here that knows the answer to whether or not you have been fooling yourself or you've been fooling everybody else around you. Now, do you want to be that person? Or do you want to be free of this paradox and get what you need done?